Hey everyone, it's James Francis and I'm here at the Supercar Room service garage place near Birmingham, and I've just had my Maserati Gran Turismo S serviced and I've just picked it up, signed all the paperwork and stuff, so I've got a long journey ahead of me for about 2 hours or so. So in that 2 hours I just wanted to basically take you on a ride with me in the Maserati and answer some questions that you may have and basically go over my regrets with my online business. So you can learn a lot from this video, and also it will be fun too as well. So can you guess which car is mine? Is it the Aston Martin DB9 or the Maserati? Except the fact I've just told you it's the Maserati, right? So let's go in there and we can get started. Okay, we're back in the car, so let's get this baby started up and we can get going and start learning some stuff, right? So I'm sure all of you car enthusiasts want to hear how this sounds, so just as a little review here, let me just open the window so you can hear it, and let's start the engine. Pretty cool, right? So that's without sport mode on. With sport mode on, it gets even more growlier, which is awesome for any petrol head anyway. Probably not so much for the neighbours. So let me go ahead and get going. So following the sat nav here, let's pull out. So pretty cool sound, right? Anyway, I just wanted to share some stuff with you today. Let's shut the window, it's getting a bit noisy. So let's talk about the things I regret with my online business. Wow, you can turn that down. There we go. Satellite navigation. So I wanted to talk about the things I regret with my online business, so you can hopefully learn some stuff about how to shortcut your success, basically. So the main thing I regret with my online business is not building a list, you know, to begin with. I followed all these experts who were all talking about, you know, sending traffic straight to a sales page, and that obviously does not work very well, because when people first hear about you, they don't really have any kind of relationship with you, and basically it's the equivalent of approaching an attractive person at a bar and saying, hey, would you like to marry me? Right? It's not really that good in terms of getting somebody to do something. Of course they're going to go, hell no, right? I don't even know anything about you. Why would I enter this big lifelong commitment with you when I know nothing about you? So that's thing number one. Build a list, and by doing that you simply give away something of value which either you can create or get somebody else to create on your behalf, and basically you exchange that content for their email address. So you say, hey, enter your email address in this form on your squeeze page, of course, to get this awesome free thing, whatever that may be. Now in my experience, the best way of doing that is to not give away like a massive load of content, but instead to actually give something a lot smaller. So one small thing, okay? Just because, there we go. Just one small thing is a lot better, because people often see all this stuff and they think, oh, I'll look at it later. And if somebody hasn't even consumed your free content yet, then they're not going to enter any kind of buying relationship with you, any kind of customer relationship with you. They're not going to buy from you unless they have actually learned a bit about you, seen your style, basically had some sort of idea as to who you are and know what you're all about, and that you can actually help these people, okay? So that's thing number one, build a list. If you don't build a list, then you are basically living from one day to the next, hoping that you will continue to make that continuous income, which is reliable, and oftentimes it is not reliable, because I'm driving and talking at the same time here. So often it's not reliable, because when you make a sale, that sale is gone and you're kind of hoping for the next one. Whereas when you have your own list, you can recycle that traffic again and again, right? Sticking to the speed limit here, of course. You can recycle that traffic again and again. So the great thing about that is people say it's cash on demand and it's your own personal ATM, which is kind of true. I don't like to use that sort of phrase just because it sounds a bit scammy and a bit hypey, and it gives the impression that you can just spam your subscribers with a load of crap at all times, which is not true, right? If you were to do that, you would annoy a lot of people, they would stop opening your emails, and it's just generally a bad thing to do. So build a list, but also treat them well. And that's the second thing, you know, the second regret I have about my own business is I too saw my subscriber list when I first started in my online business as a p.m. And that's simply not something you should look at, because each and every single person on your list is not just a statistic or an open rate or a click-through rate or an amount of clicks. There's a lot of solo ad sellers use that phrase all the time. Instead, they are people, and these people have demands, these people have likes and dislikes, and they also use the basic fundamental human psychology that we all use, right? We like to open messages from our friends, people we know really well, that they like you and they trust you as well. If you can get them to know, like, and trust you, then your open rate, your click-through rates go through the roof. But when I first started out, I thought, oh crap, this is amazing. I have all of these subscribers on my list, and I can now start making money from them, because I heard the whole phrase and promise of, if you have let's say 100 people on your list, you're estimated to make roughly $100 per month from those 100 people, so approximately $1 per subscriber. The reality is, when you're not treating your list in the correct way, then you're only looking to get sort of 40 to 50 cents per subscriber, okay? So it's really important that you treat them right. If you do treat them right, you're looking upwards of, between $1 to $3, or in my case, it's roughly sort of $3.50, so $3.50 per subscriber per month. So I don't have a massive, huge list. I simply treat my subscribers well, hence why I'm doing this video with you now, to give you some incredible content. And I've just missed my exit here. I just thought the sat nav here just told me to go that way, but it was a bit unclear. Anyway, let's continue. So, right, yeah, we're okay. So, the other thing I regret is actually not going into company branding a lot sooner. Right now I have a ton of different websites. I have jamesfrancis.com, I have Web Design for Internet Marketers, which is a massively old product of mine, like 6 or 7 years ago. And I also have lots of other space. I have many different domain names, whereas what I should have done to begin with is either come up with, or be more comfortable with jamesfrancis.com and have all of my products under that one domain name. That would have been much better, much easier for everyone involved. And also it would have saved on domain costs as well, which is only a small thing, but it's more of the organisation which I'm looking for here, okay? Whereas if I would have had digitalprosperity.com from the very start, then I would have been able to group all of my products onto that one domain name. It would have been digitalprosperity.com / the product name, or / members, and then I had all of my products in that one members area. So if you are just starting out, I would recommend basically being very clear on whether you want a company name as your brand and your business and your company, and sticking with that, or having your own personal name and having everything under the one domain name. So that's a small thing, but it's a bit of an annoyance for me. The next thing is, when I first got started, I went into the IM niche. I went into the internet marketing niche, and the way I first started was I was teaching people how to make money online. Lots of quotes, quote fingers here, but it's you'll see why in a second. But lots of people say, here's how to make money online, or this mom works from home and gets paid from Google, or whatever. But the thing about that is, you can't ethically teach that and practically teach that, because you won't have enough knowledge to do that if you haven't done it yourself, right? How can people believe you if you're teaching them how to make money online, quote unquote, when you haven't done it yourself? So if you are entering the IM niche, what I would strongly recommend you do is not focus on the monetary aspect of things. Instead focus on the other things, like the practical aspects. So it would be, for example, how to set up a squeeze page, or it would be, let's say, how to run social media accounts properly and effectively and get lots of followers, how to get traffic, for example, how to do list building, how to get your first 1,000 subscribers, or even if you are brand new and you don't have anything to share with people whatsoever, you can simply teach them what you've learned so far, whether it be from a coach like myself, or whether it be from another expert that works, of course, from other people who share testimonials in that method. You could simply share that to people, because you don't need to be the expert. And this is the other regret I had as well, which held me back quite a lot. It was that I thought I needed to be some kind of expert. And the truth is, I didn't need to be any kind of expert whatsoever, because people perceive you as the expert. People perceive you as the authority figure, okay? You don't necessarily need to be one, you just need to know more than other people, okay? You just need to know more than other people. And then if you share some valuable stuff with people, they will, just be very grateful for that and trust you from that. You don't need to say how I'm, training all of these dogs, or how I'm making all of this money online with my business, or whatever. You don't need to be the expert, because in comparison, I'm not an expert compared to Bill Gates or Richard Branson, right? I'm just a guy, an average guy, who's done well for himself because he's worked hard at what he does and discovered all this other stuff as well through trial and error, right? So you don't need to be the master. For example, in the dog training niche, you don't need to be Cesar Millan or somebody else, right? You just need to have some kind of knowledge or research, or even the ability to succeed and the proactivity to succeed in your niche, and then you'll find a way to do that. And that's very important. That holds a lot of people back, such as the other regret I had as well. We've got quite a few of them, but this will be the last one actually. I don't want to have this video run on for too long, but the other regret I had was, let's look at, there we go. The other regret I had was thinking, oh, I can't go into that niche or topic area because it's too competitive. Right, it's too competitive. It's already got a lot of people in that niche, so why should I go into it, right? Why should I go into that niche when there's already a billion other people making products in that niche, affiliate promotions, lots of affiliates in there. And truth is, competition is actually a good thing, because it proves to you that the niche is profitable, right? If you go into a niche and there isn't any competition, I would be worried. In fact, I am often worried when customers and clients come to me and say, James, I'm in this niche. The truth is, there aren't many products to promote as an affiliate. And I think, well, why is that? Is it because it's a brand new niche? That's rarely the case, but often the case is that there isn't enough demand for that. And the great thing about a competitive niche is it shows that there are a lot of prospects. There's a larger pool of prospects to share your content from with, and also to get onto your list and get into your business and to buy your stuff, right? So what I'd recommend is actually going into a profitable niche. It's very difficult to go into a saturated niche. There's a difference there. A saturated niche is something which is physically not making money for anybody, because it's far too saturated by the big competitors out there. And you may think as a beginner, oh, that's pretty much every single niche on ClickBank. That's not the case. By saturated, we're looking at niches like erectile dysfunction. We're looking at Viagra pills, all that kind of stuff, which is kind of the same thing. And basically niches which you get spammed about in your email inbox. If you look in your spam folder and you find a ton of emails about it, we're not just talking one or two emails, but we're talking a whole page worth of spam emails about that topic, that's when it's saturated. Okay, so don't think that the weight loss niche is saturated, or the business help niche, or online business niche is saturated, or any kind of niche that you see on ClickBank that has a lot of products available to promote in ClickBank in the marketplace with a high gravity, for example. Those niches are not saturated. They're just profitable. They're popular and profitable. They're not competitive, because by having a greater pool of prospects in a niche, it enables you to acquire them for a lower cost, because there's more to be shared around between the different businesses. And that's what I found with my advertising, is that in my niche there are lots and lots of prospects to choose from, so therefore it's quite easy to acquire new leads, new prospects and new sales in this niche that I'm in, because there's a large pool of prospects. Same thing with any kind of niche in the health, wealth or relationships niche. Okay, so those are the main things I regret and the things I've learned as well. Hopefully you found this video valuable and useful, and also hopefully you've enjoyed taking this ride with me, which is a pretty cool thing to do. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comment section below this video if you have any questions about what I've just said, or if you just want to agree with me or disagree. Either way is fine, or even if you just want to say hi, let me know, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.